Good morning, Taft 6th grade percussion class. Hope you're doing well today. This is Dr. S, and we're going to continue on from our last video on page 9 in your book. That's the Red Standards of Excellence book. And now we're on page 9, and we're going to look at number 26, Good King Wenceslas. Now we start out with some rolls, and that's great. If you have trouble with the buzzes in these rolls, go back and review my video about Merrily We Roll Along number 23, where I explained what you can do to fix your buzzes. Okay. But before we start buzzing right now, I want to talk to you about measures 3 and 4, where we're not buzzing, and talk to you really quickly about sticking systems. Because there are a lot of times you're going to worry, what stick am I supposed to use? We all wondered that. Because some of our drum rudiments are exactly particular about which hands you use. The music we read generally doesn't have sticking in it, so we have to make up sticking and decide how we're going to stick things. So I'm going to show you a very, very simple system. Sometimes we call it the right hand lead system, but it was really known as the straight system of drumming from a guy named Ed Straight back in the 1920s. Okay? And it's very, very simple. And look at that top system. We have 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going right, left, right, left. Okay? So I'm going to start going right, left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you notice these sticks are pitched a little bit different because we can hear 2 separate pitches. So now 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, left, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this develops a little melody that the audience hears. So now when we look at this music, we look at it and we see it's only quarter notes. So it's very simple to say, okay, if it's only quarter notes, I'm going to play quarter notes right, left, and I'm going to use the stick that corresponds to that number. So that means if I have to play on 2, I'm going to do that with the left hand. If I have to play on 1 or 3, I'm going to do that with the right hand. Okay, so in other words, we're just going to not play where the rests happen, but the sticking is going to continue on underneath. Okay, so that means in the 3rd and 4th measure, we look at the next lines down, and we see we play on beats 2 and on 4. And in the next measure, we play on beats 2 and 3. So with this straight system of sticking, that means we're going to play left, right. 1s and 3s are right hand, 2s and 4s are left hand. It's really, really simple. And it helps your playing have a little melody to it also. Okay, it goes like this. Going to start our metronome. Okay, I'm going to set it right now for 120 beats a minute. I have this little metronome. I got it online. It's free. There are a bunch of different kinds of metronomes. Okay, so this is 120 beats a minute. Okay, here we are. Now, the 3rd and 4th measures are going to go 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very, very simple. But when I create this melody, the stick that hits on 2 and 4 is that pitch. Okay, so now when we play just the left hands, that sounds like beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here's the whole thing. Good King Wenceslas. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's Good King Wenceslas. Very, very simple. Now, that metronome marking is probably faster than you're going to play when you get together with the band, because the other folks playing wind instruments, trumpets and clarinets and trombones, they have to change notes, and they have to breathe, and they have to change their embouchure to fit the notes that they're playing. So they've got a lot of stuff to learn, and that gets that gets going really, really slowly for them. But for us, we can turn this into a roll at home by going a little bit faster. Now, if you remember from my last lesson, I said this Z marking is the way we get you to learn to play rolls. But when we actually read rolls, there's slashes across the stem. Here's 160 beats a minute. Now, here you can hear the buzzes begin to go together to make that image of the roll. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we'll make this go a little bit faster. Here's 220 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's put that on the drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, and play. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, at that tempo, that begins to sound like a roll. Now, in real life, you will adjust your roll to fit the speed of the music. And we'll talk more about that later on. Right now, if you can do that, then you can do everything you need to do a roll. Now, one of the places where we can make a mistake is on the very last note of the roll. Notice how that's a single stroke. Notice how I don't make a big deal of it. I don't do that. But it's just a regular note, but I'm not buzzing it. Okay, so now what you have to do if you're having trouble with this is remember your hands are squeezing or not squeezing to create that buzz. So the message your brain should be sending your hands is squeeze, 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 don't squeeze. Okay, so if you're having trouble doing that, slow it down to that tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're having trouble, just remember you're going to relax and you're going to pick your stick up off the drum. Okay, when we really play this with the band, it's going to be a lot slower. So I'm guessing it's going to be, here's 90 beats a minute. Now, because we're all learning, remember your learning curve is different than the people playing trombones and clarinets and flutes. Different learning curve. So they're doing a bunch of things. So they're going to be doing this slow. Now what that means is your roll is going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that's not very satisfying as a roll, is it? And if the music really went that fast, I would add more strokes to the roll by subdividing. And the first place I would subdivide would be, I would play 8 notes in there instead of those quarter notes. So I would be going, let me see, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So by doubling it up and turning those quarter notes into 8 notes and filling the same space, that will sound a lot better. Okay, so if you have any questions, we'll answer them for you, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.